What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad Paul.
Hi.
Where today we'll be talking about Ange Postecoglou's first Premier League press conference. Obviously, a lot of the questions were about Harry Kane, but we'll sort of delve into the sort of specifics of the questions, where obviously Ange knew that Kane was going to be the main talking point of the press conference, didn't he?
He did.
It was definitely, quite obvious that was going to be the case. Like pretty much every press conference I think he's had, I think he'll be finally glad that he'll have a question that won't be about Harry Kane in the next one. But Ange said that when he initially spoke to Kane, that Kane did tell him that if the clubs agreed a deal, that he would be off, and that he didn't think it was worth convincing him to try and stay, because he got the impression from Kane that he'd made his mind up. But I think,
which gave him the chance to think the wider, longer picture and expect, plan with or without him.
Yeah, and he was saying that Kane going isn't going to change much of their plans, because they'd been planning for him going anyway, and that business prior was about that, which is that a bit of a worry that the money we've spent so far is that Kane money potentially. I hope not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, but Ange also said that he was glad now to finally have clarity, and that we'll just have to move on like we've said, and that for his decisioning, Kane, that he wants Harry to say that for himself, which I think is right, isn't it? What would you say?
Yes, absolutely. Harry's probably not that keen to talk about it, but he will have to.
Yeah.
Because he'll be interviewed, and we'll see what he has to say.
Yeah, definitely. And Ange was also asked about, obviously, Kane not winning trophies at Spurs, and he was saying, obviously, it's sad, but that's just kind of how football goes. It can and can't happen, and Spurs have been very close over the past couple of years, and it's just not happened, really.
Yeah.
And obviously that the fans will be mourning over Kane going, which is natural, but he was making the point that we've got to move on, and
that's right.
And
that he's an eternal optimist like I am. And, he knows that there's good things coming for the club.
Yeah, definitely. And he was then asked about the potential new captain of the club, because obviously Lloris is going and Kane is also going, and he said that he wasn't going to reveal it, but he said what I believe, that just because you're the captain doesn't mean other people can't lead, or just because you're old or older in the squad, you could have a 19-year-old who's got good leadership qualities, which I think is true. But he was saying that sort of the captain should be the person that is sort of the figurehead of the club and is really around the club and liked by everyone. And I reckon that could be Sonny. What do you think?
Could well be. I mean, on the pitch, they say that Bissouma's probably one of the loudest. But that could be either. Yeah.
I reckon it will be Sonny. He was saying that we'll go through the process tomorrow, so by that I take it as we'll probably find out tomorrow. Either we'll find out tomorrow, or we'll just find out come Brentford's starting lineup. But I reckon we'll find out and announce in an announcement tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that was what he referred to. Be interesting to see who takes the penalties.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, to be fair. Because Son in the past, he's scored a couple, but he's also missed a couple, hasn't he?
Yeah. Madison?
Yeah, maybe Madison missed one for Leicester at the end of last season, didn't he? But yeah, that's a good point, to be fair. I hadn't thought of that. But moving on, he was also asked about Mickey van der Ven and how available he was going to be for the game against Brentford, and he said that he is available for selection. However, he didn't play a full 90 minutes in Wolfsburg's pre-season, so he's not at the sort of correct conditioning and match fitness that some of the other players would be at. But I wonder, is that hinting that he might play a part?
Yeah, maybe half the match.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, a centre-back isn't really often the position where you do that, but you never know. It could be that he's bluffing and he is going to play the whole game, but I think by that he probably means he would definitely play against Man United, do you think? Because that's still another couple of weeks away, isn't it?
That's right. And regarding the strikers, I think he's leaving his options open. He said there's a number of people who
he said that Richarlison is now fit.
Richarlison is fit. They want to see Veliz come in.
Yeah, definitely.
Scarlett.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the striker.
Hopefully he'll give them all a bit of time.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously he's also said that Perisic will stay, and how impressed he is with Perisic, and I think that's a great thing to hear from how well he's played in pre-season, and the sort of option off the bench he can provide us, I think it's going to be a valuable asset.
Very much fitting into the way he plays.
Yeah, well, that rounds us up for our press conference reaction video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs!